starting off using the Maffetone method or even zone 2, running slow can really suck. Specifically, if you've been a runner before and you know how fast you could run back then, and now you're like running really slow all the time, it's kind of humbling, I'll tell you that. Now, for every single thing that really sucks about running slow, like, you know, if I wanted to run with my friends, I wouldn't be able to run with my friends because they're faster than I am because they didn't stop running. So going out for a group run can kind of be hard. It's either they're running way too slow or I'm running way too fast. And that's when the treadmill comes into play. If you're both a member of a gym, hopping on a treadmill to have some social time actually does work. So that's not a bad thing. Something else that I really don't like about running slow is, yes, your gait does shift. Something else I really don't enjoy is walking up the hills. I would love to run up the hills, but when you're base training, you gotta keep that heart rate down. And the only way that I can do it is by walking. It doesn't matter if it's cold, it doesn't matter if it's hot, if I'm on a trail, I'm on a road. It really doesn't make any difference. And that is hard. Now the other thing is my ego. My ego when it comes to running is really hard to shut down because it's doing all of this comparing about what I used to do and everything else. So today when I was out on my run, I decided I'd turn off all music, all podcasts, and just be in the moment and enjoy the run for just the fact of enjoying a run. And I'll tell you, it really humbles you. It really makes you think, like, does it really matter how fast you're going? As long as you're building an aerobic base, you're getting fitter, you're getting faster over time. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Time. The amount of time that you have to be running to see results, whether you're running fast, slow, medium, it doesn't matter. It's very frustrating because I would love to see the results much faster, but that's not the way the body works. And yeah, I don't know, man. Coming back from an extended period off, it's hard. It's hard. And you know, if you live in that hilly area, it's got to be difficult for you. It really does, because, you know, if you spend most of your time walking just to be able to run a little bit, that is very challenging. Because most of us want to be running, but if our fitness isn't there, then our fitness isn't there. And you can't get mad at the system. You only can blame yourself for allowing yourself to get into this position. Now, sometimes it's nobody's fault, but still, we as human beings, we put the blame on ourselves all the time, even if there's unfortunate circumstances that lead to it. Humans are so complicated. I mean, my heart rate is high right now. It's just coming back down just by walking up that hill. And now it just kind of keeps on coming down, which is a good thing. That's what I like to see. Because then when it gets to a point that I can go ahead and run, then I'm happy. One day I'll be back to running up a hill instead of the constant grind of just walking or hiking my way to the top, wishing I could run. Man, I gotta do something about my diet. Losing the weight is gonna help me so much more than just running. Diet change to come. Do you ever feel like your life is repetitive? Like, same thing every single day. Whether you're going to work, you're commuting, you look at the same street, the same people at work, the same road to run on, the same topics of conversation. Your life is just the same. It's not extraordinary. It's not boring. It's not mundane. It's just the same. It's like this channel. My channel is just the same. I talk about running slow, you know, Maffetone method, heart rate training, zone 2. Like, that's just what it is, right? Sometimes there's aha moments, sometimes there's not. And that's just what happens when I run. This is just my life. Now, the thing that does change in my life is the clients I meet, the people I help, houses I see. Like, the house is not the same, but it still has 4 walls, has doors and knobs and stoves and refrigerators, windows, roof. Sometimes it has a garage, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes there's a basement, sometimes there's not. Sometimes it's geothermal heating, sometimes it's oil. Like, life and running can be the same. And so I know some of my videos may seem repetitive, but that's my life. Life is repetitive. And the thing with YouTube is not everybody sees my videos. So if someone is watching for the first time, they're experiencing who I am. And for all of my core audience, all you OGs, you've been around for a while, I appreciate you sticking with me and watching the videos when some of them seem repetitive or boring. But the one thing I will promise is I'm just always honest on what goes on in my life, things I'm seeing in my training, you know, my experiences in life, places that I take you, you know, because some of them aren't the same and some of them are pretty darn cool. So here's a little collection of some pretty coolness over the years. Not every day is the same. I mean, I do find some really cool places to go for a run. And it's nice when you're able to get out for a run with some friends, show off your new drone, and then just take it out onto the trail. And sometimes you just never know what you're going to go ahead and see. The Maffetone method really does work. And at some point you need to graduate to the next class. And that's what this is all about. It's about seeing where my potential lies and seeing what I can do with the fitness that I have and knocking out some pretty darn cool goals. So first one, hill repeats. If I'm looking to get faster, I know that I need to do hill repeats. It is like speed work in disguise. It's also amazing for working on your running form. Look, when you run up hills, I need to make sure that I pay attention and I'm pushing off and I'm engaging with my glutes. I am also working on my exaggerated arm swing. I need to make sure that, you know, I'm working at that. I need to make sure that as I'm propelling my way up, I'm being exaggerated. I need to work at building a good form. Now, I need to make sure that my knee drive is kind of going as well, right? So I need to make sure that's happening. So there's a number of things that hill work can really do that can really make a big impact in my running. You know, thinking about running using 80-20, I'm a little nervous about tomorrow morning. Because tomorrow morning I'm doing hill repeats, and I haven't done hill repeats in a number of years. So, gotta be kind to myself. Don't push it, don't go too crazy. Deciding when to stop using the Maffetone method and go all in on 80-20 is a personal decision. It's a decision that you have to look at and say, hold on, how long have I been training? And do I think I could slowly build up and try to do more speed work. Starting and stopping is very frustrating too. Like you run a little bit and then you gotta stop and you gotta walk. Then you gotta run a little bit and you gotta stop and walk just to keep it in its zone. Like this is short-term pain for a long-term gain. And I don't mean short-term pain like, you know, no pain, no gain, because that's not what this is about. But no pain, like, it's the struggle. That's what I'm talking about. And when all this stuff goes, and I'm not wiping out on the ice, you can see where everyone's walked over the winter, and where nobody has walked on the winter. Everything's packed down. All right, heart rate back down? Yeah. Heart rate back down. All right. Yeah, but this part here, I have hills I have to run. I mean, actually, no, I will stay down here because it's nicer than going up top on the road. They're doing work in the park. They're putting in all kinds of new stuff. Yeah, well, I'm not running over that. That would be a disaster. I'd go head over heels on that one. Okay, let's continue on. I'm just about done. See, you gotta walk again. The other thing is I didn't wear my chest strap, so my heart rate seems low, but my heart rate is not 135. It's gonna be like 140 or something, I think. Okay? I'm gonna be proved wrong. Okay, so yeah, there you go. See? See? That's what happens. Oh, all the way up to 147. Come on, can we just get rid of the snow? I'm so done with this. It's been a long winter. I'm not complaining. I like the 4 seasons, but come on, it's like the end of March now.